Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Egenu Kachine. I'm the People and Culture Associate for Gtextholdings. Welcome to Gtext Global Onboarding Program. The aim of this onboarding program is to help both new and existing staff to understand what Gtext is all about, who we are, where we are heading to, our goals, our visions, our objectives as an organization. Okay, so let's move on. Who is Gtext Global? Gtext Global is a real estate firm that was founded by Dr. Stephen Akintayo in the year 2008. We started up as a media and bulk SMS company, but today we've evolved to have various subsidiaries, various departments, and various branches across the globe. So we got into real estate in the year 2015, and currently we have presence in several continents: Africa, Europe, US, and UAE. Over the years, Gtext has expanded to various branches, subsidiaries, and departments, which was formed to accommodate our growth process. Our primary objective in Gtext is to build innovative, green, and smart homes that encourage a lifestyle of wellness and luxury through the provision of facilities and infrastructure designed for your comfort and overall well-being. So what we're building in Gtext is not just homes. We are building green and smart homes. Green homes are eco-friendly homes, and smart homes are tech homes where you don't need to be at home to operate these facilities there or the systems there. For example, you can be at the comfort of your office and turn off the lights, put on the AC in your bedroom, right? So that's basically what we're doing. We are trying to bring comfort to your doorstep in Gtext homes. And our properties span across the globe with branches in Nigeria, Dubai, USA, UK, amongst others. And the organization also hosts a number of subsidiaries that provide affiliates and investment opportunities on a global scale. What's our vision? Our vision is to be the largest green and smart home developer in the world. And our mission is to build the largest green and smart estate in the world using technology and innovation. The goal in Gtext Global is to build 25,000 green and smart homes by the year 2035. Our core values. Basically, we have just 4 core values in Gtext: excellence, energy, integrity, and innovation. An easy way to remember it is 2 E's and 2 I's. The first E standing for excellence, the second E for energy, the first I is for integrity, and the second I is innovation. So what's excellence? Basically, excellence means doing ordinary things extraordinarily. So if you're a media person and you're a videographer, for example, what is that extraordinary touch that you put into that which you're doing? Then for integrity, integrity basically is doing the right things by maintaining the highest level of ethical standard without exceptions. Basically, it's doing what you said you were going to do when you said you were going to do it, right? So if you have a task to do, integrity is that you do that task exactly how you said you were going to do it, and you're going to submit at the exact deadline that you give for that task. Then energy. Here in Gtext Homes, we are full of energy. Not just energy, but positive energy. In everything that you're doing, there has to be a positive energy or a positive touch to it, right? If you're walking, you have to walk smartly. If you're talking, you have to talk eloquently. There has to be energy in that which you're doing. And for innovation, innovation basically means seeking new and better ways to produce results by being open-minded and thinking differently. With innovation, you have to bring better ways, new ways on how we can achieve our results, right? If, for example, it takes 5 hours to get a video edited, you have to come up with better ways, even if it means bringing you new tech solutions that can make that 5-hour video come to 1 hour, right? So that's what innovation is all about, bringing new ways on how we can achieve a particular task and getting it done at a better time. So next we have the divisions of Gtext Global. Gtext Global is divided into 3. We have the branches, we have the subsidiaries, and the departments. Let's move on to the branches. Currently, there is a total of 10 branches in Gtext Global. 7 of these branches are in Nigeria, and 3 of them are international branches. In Nigeria, we have the headquarters in Lagos, being Banana Island, and we have a branch office in Lagos also at Omole Phase 1. Then we have another branch in Abuja, Maitama to be precise. Then we have a branch in Ibadan, Oyo State, at Oluyole Extension. Then we have another branch at Abeokuta, Ogun State. And we have Asaba, Delta State, and a branch in Port Harcourt. Moving on to our international branches, we have our Dubai branch, UAE, which is also the headquarters for international branches. We have a branch in the United Kingdom and USA, Miami, Florida. Next is subsidiaries. Gtext Global has a total of 13 subsidiaries, and they are as follows. The first is Gtext Lands and Bulk. Gtext Lands and Bulk is a subsidiary in charge of anything lands. So in all our various branches in Nigeria, we have landed properties. So Gtext Lands is a subsidiary that is in charge of the purchase and the sales of lands. And also for the bulk part, we have people that want to buy properties in bulk or in large quantity. So we have people that want to buy in acres and in hectares. So Gtext Lands and Bulk is the subsidiary in charge of that. Next, we have Gtext Homes and Luxury. As the name implies, Gtext Homes and Luxury is the subsidiary in charge of all our housing, properties, and projects. So we sell off-plan homes, we sell luxury homes too in Gtext Homes and Luxury. So this subsidiary is in charge of anything from the acquisition and the sale of our housing properties. Then we have Gvest. Gvest is our investment subsidiary. So we have some people that they don't want to necessarily invest in real estate. They don't want to buy properties. They just want to put their money in a place that they get some form of return of investment after a period of time. So Gvest is that subsidiary in charge of that. We have people who want to invest long term. We have some other people who want to invest short term with us. So Gvest subsidiary handles that. Also, we have something called fractional sharing. In fractional sharing, we have people who don't have the exact amount to buy a particular property, right? For example, the price of Burial Beachfront at Ibejuleki is 15 million naira, and some people don't have that exact 15 million naira, and they are really interested in real estate. They want to invest in real estate, so they can come together with a group of people. For example, I have 5 million and my neighbor has 5 million, the next person has 5 million. We can all come together to do something called fractional sharing. So we all come together, invest with Gvest in fractional sharing, get that land at Burial Beachfront, and then wait for a period of time when the value of that property increases, and then we can either decide to share the profit, or we can decide to build on it and take rental income from it. So this is Gvest. This is what Gvest does, right? Investment. Then the next subsidiary is Gtext Farms. As the name implies, Gtext Farms is a subsidiary in charge of all agricultural products, from gari to palm oil to our fish farms. Gtext Farms is that subsidiary that handles all that. Next, we have Genido. Genido is the subsidiary in charge of e-commerce. So just like we have our Jumia, our Alibaba, we have Genido too. But basically what we sell in Genido is fashion, right? Then we have, in Genido too, Genido's subsidiary is also in charge of branding. So is that subsidiary in charge of e-commerce and branding. We also have Tell and Bills as part of Genido's subsidiary. Up next is Stephen Akintayo Consult. Stephen Akintayo Consult is the subsidiary that manages Dr. Stephen as a brand. I know most of us know Dr. Stephen Akintayo. Even some of us don't know Gtext Homes, but we know Dr. Stephen Akintayo. I mean, he has a very good social media presence. Most of us have listened to him. Most of us have heard him talk in one platform or another. And so Stephen Akintayo Consult is that subsidiary that manages Dr. Stephen as a brand. So in Stephen Akintayo Consult, we have Stephen Akintayo University, we have Stephen Akintayo Foundation, which is the foundation that reaches out to the less privileged in the society. We have Dr. Stephen's books, we have his mentorship and coaching programs in Stephen Akintayo Consult. Up next, we have Gtext Microfinance. So as the name implies, Gtext Microfinance is like the accounting or the banking subsidiary in Gtext Global. From there, we move on to Gtext Securities. Gtext Securities is the subsidiary in charge of security solutions. So we have people that guard lives and properties, right? Not just for Gtext homes now. We have outsourced security people for other companies and all. So the securities here is not talking about financial securities, but the real security, guiding lives and properties. Up next, we have GTextSoft. GTextSoft is our IT or tech subsidiary. So anything that has to do with our websites, building apps, IT solutions, basically. GTextSoft is the subsidiary in charge of it. Then we have Gtext Media for all our media coverage, our PR, our communications. Gtext Media is the subsidiary in charge of it. From videos to our graphic content, Gtext Media is that subsidiary that is responsible for it. Then the next subsidiary is Gtext Academy and Gtext and Associates. Let's start with Gtext Academy. Gtext Academy is the subsidiary in charge of training. So any form of trainings that Gtext is holding or hosting, Gtext Academy is that subsidiary in charge of it. So we have courses, we have an e-learning portal, right, where we have courses that people register to learn. We also have in-house trainings, and this is for both staff and members of Gtext and Associates. Gtext Academy is that subsidiary that manages that. Then Gtext and Associates, more like independent marketers, like how you have agents that you meet when you want to get a property. So the good thing about agents is that agents know the best properties to get for you, right? So in Gtext and Associates, they are not majorly staff. They are marketers that are not staff of the organization, but they sell our properties to people that are interested. Then up next, we have Gtext Hub. Gtext Hub basically is like a workspace. So we have people who work remotely, but they need like a workspace where they can come to get their job done. Gtext Hub is that subsidiary in charge of it. Then finally, we have Gtext Suite. Gtext Suite is the subsidiary in charge of our shortlets and our rental properties. Let's move over to departments. In Gtext Global, we have 9 departments. We have the Human Resources Department, we have the Accounts Department, we have the Business Development, we have the Strategic and Innovative Department, we have the Operations and Admin Department, we have the Construction Department, we have MD's Office, we have Legal Department, and the Security Department. So let's start with the HR or Human Resources Department. The Human Resources Department is divided into 2. We have the People and Culture and the Compliance. So basically, the People and Culture is the part of HR that is in charge of recruitment, in charge of employee relations, in charge of bringing up policies that favor both the organization and employees, while compliance is like the police of the organization. They ensure that the policies that are set up by the People and Culture are adhered to by every member of staff, and also they ensure that every member of staff gets their job done as at when due. Then we have the Accounts Department. The account department is the department in charge of the company's finances. So from cash flow to budgeting to financial forecasting, accounts department is that department in charge of it. We have the business development department. Here we have our sales and marketing and our wealth. We have sales, marketing, and our wealth advisors in the business development department. So anything that has to do with the sale of our properties, sale of Gtext, our farms, whatever sales that it is, business development department is in charge. Then we have the strategic and innovative department. Basically, the strategic and innovative department is divided into the media and IT. So just like we have in the subsidiaries, we know what the media is for, and then for the IT too, for tech solutions, they are both under the strategic and innovative department. Then we have the operations and admin department, construction department for all our projects, our housing projects. Then we have MD's office, just like we have Stephen Akintayo Consult in the subsidiaries. MD's office are people that work closely with the MD. We have the MD's PA, we have the MD's driver, we have the MD's accountant as part of the MD's office. We also have the company secretary as part of the MD's office. The next department is the legal department, where we have our lawyers, then we have the security department. Okay, so let's go on to the heads of the three divisions. The heads of the three divisions. So for every branch, we have a branch manager that is the head of that particular branch. Then the branch manager reports to the regional manager, and the regional manager reports to the GED branches or locations. So the GED means Group Executive Director. So the overall person that locations or branches report to is the GED branches. Then for subsidiaries, we have the team lead. From the team lead, we have the managing directors. So the team leads reports to the managing directors, and the managing directors reports to the GED subsidiaries. That's the Group Executive Directors for subsidiaries. Then down to departments, we have the heads of departments. So everyone in the department reports to the head of department, while the heads of department reports to the C-suite, and the C-suite reports to the Group Executive Director in charge of departments. Moving over to our consultants, we have Mr. Izu being our management, account and construction consultant. We have Mr. Yinka Adelowo as our tax consultant. We have Barrister Deji Alade as our legal consultant. We have Barrister Eitayo as our external lawyer. We have Mr. Friday Ogedembe as our security consultant, and Mrs. Bisi Akintayo as a branding and PR consultant. Finally, these are a few guidelines and policies. We are going to do another video basically talking about the guidelines and policies in Gtextholdings, but these are the basic guidelines and policies that everyone should know about. The first is our dress code. So here in Gtext, Mondays to Wednesdays are corporate dresses. Then Thursday and Friday is business casual. When we talk about corporate, we don't want to see jeans with your pants, trousers for guys, your shirts, your jackets, right? If you're not putting on a tie, you can put on a jacket. If you're putting on a tie, you can afford to not put on a jacket. That's for corporate Monday to Wednesdays. But then on Thursday and Fridays, you can put on your t-shirt, you can put on your round necks, but if you're going to do that, you have to put on a jacket with it. You can put on your jeans and your sneakers. You can also put on your native attires on Fridays, but you are not expected to put on slippers. You can put on your sandals and you can put on your shoes. Then our work schedule from Monday to Friday is 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. We have a break period of 1 hour from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. daily. Thank you very much. You have come to the end of this onboarding session. See you in the next one.